So you wouldn't be able to comment, for example, on why the order in council was drafted in a way that prevented Jody Wilson-Raybould from providing her full version of events.
I did not participate in the drafting of it. I'm sure we would have been trying to strike some sort of balance between the confidentiality of those cabinet meetings and Ms. Wilson and the specifics that Ms. Wilson-Raybould was going to be asked to testify about.
Jody Wilson,
I did not participate.
Jody Wilson.
I didn't participate in the drafting of that order.
So is it accurate to say that you recused yourself entirely from the drafting of that order in council and any discussions that may have taken place about expanding the scope of that?
Point of order, Chair. I understood that we were meeting today to talk about an RCMP investigation. That was
to the very heart of that issue.
Hang on, Mr.
So I've got the floor, Mr. Cooper. But just so rehashing something that happened 5 years ago that has been subject to numerous meetings of a whole bunch of different committees in Parliament. We're talking about the RCMP, and none of these questions have to do with an RCMP investigation, which my understanding, Mr. Chair, you brought that he was here to talk about what the motion was with regard to. Maybe we could just stick to that.
And to Ms. Damoff's point, it is of relevance to the issue of an RCMP investigation because we heard testimony from the RCMP that the central or strongest theory towards establishing obstruction of justice was whether the Prime Minister removed Jody Wilson-Raybould to get an Attorney General who would make a decision the Prime Minister wanted, and that the RCMP was impeded by their investigation to determine that as a result of the parameters of that order in council. 2 days before your infamous December 19, 2018 telephone call with Jody Wilson-Raybould, in which you specifically raised the issue of the 9,000 jobs at SNC moving its headquarters.
Hang on, Mr. Cooper. Go ahead with your point of order, Mr. Chahal. And I'll just advise you that it's been practice in this committee that I've given members their time to ask questions on a broad range of things in relation to this. If it's to object to the line of questioning to Mr. Cooper.
Mr. Chair, I haven't even made my point of order yet, so I'm not sure what you're objecting to.
Go ahead. I'm not objecting to anything. I want to hear what you have to say. Just hang on. Mr. Cooper, please.
My line of questioning.
Mr. Cooper is interrupting my point of order, which I have not had the opportunity to make.
Chahal. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Chair, I would like the opportunity to present my point of order. I'd asked Mr. Cooper the relevance of his questioning, and once again, you have not let me finish, Mr. Barrett. You're not the chair. Mr. Barrett, you're not the chair. If you let me finish,
Mr. Chahal, I know which direction you're going.
Well, you do not, because I haven't finished my sentence.
I do know which direction you're going on this.
All I would like to do is say the relevance to the point of order that Mr. Cooper on your questioning with the RCMP.
Line of questioning.
Hang on. Michael and Michael.
I presented my point of order.
I want Mr. Chahal. I want you to go through the chair on this. Okay, don't go through Mr. Motion.
On the motion, I know that it's really difficult. It must be to have to come in every day and defend Justin Trudeau's corruption, but that's what these Liberal MPs have to do, and it's really. I hope the voters in my riding take note.